start, just tell me your name, where you're from, and where we at.
All right. Mannie King, you ready right now?
Yeah, it's good.
Hi, my name Mannie King, owner, operator of Froot Orleans, and where we at right now is actually what we call is the new Black Wall Street. So this one of the blackest road. It's actually the oldest street in New Orleans. Yeah, before it was a New Orleans, it was a Bayou Road. Watch my bang. Now you good. Salam alaikum. It's something like that, but you making it. Yeah. See, natural, you just catching the natural element. You got pies with you?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Nah, I would definitely grab.
Which one you want?
You got a whole one?
It's not grand.
Not graham cracker? None of them?
Yes. I have grand cracker. You would like grand
Yeah,
cracker?
yeah.
Okay. I'll take it in there for you while you handle your business.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, that's how it is, man. We rock with the Muslims, the Rastas, the Catholics, the Jews. It don't matter. You know, yeah, it's all love, bro.
Yeah, so where was you gonna take me to the?
So yeah. Oh, to the first where we started at. So this is where we started at. We actually started down there on the corner by the palm trees. You know, I know the sisters who were on the spot, and they told me it was cool that I set up out there with my fruit. You know, because I had a youth organization called Do It for the Youth, where I show the youth how to be entrepreneurs, show them how to be independent. The food they want to eat, they got to grow it first. Table they want to eat on, they got to build it. And chairs they want to sit in, they got to build it first. So we got this far by teaching them how to be independent. And then one day I bought some watermelons from a cat on the side of the road. And that's what started Froot Orleans, you know. I was out there one jazz fest selling bowls of watermelon. And I was getting so many bowls of watermelon out of each watermelon, it gave birth to something else. Dig? $5 bowls, all watermelon, you dig? So I get 20 bowls out of one watermelon, you do the math. So you got a watermelon couch? Yeah. So it's like the watermelons would change the game. Next day after that, I came with the you got it.
Hold on, mama. Just go ahead and talk though.
Yeah, the next day I came with with pineapple, so I had watermelon and pineapple. So I just kept adding one fruit at a time. So Froot Orleans actually started from a watermelon. You know, that's how I started, from one watermelon. So that's why I got on it when I say you sell watermelon couch, because this definitely the story, you know. So
Sticking on that, man, just like if you were to freestyle and just think of the analogy of what watermelon means to you.
What it means to me?
Yeah.
Abundance. If I could put it in one word, that word would be abundant. Word would be abundance. So it's like it's plentiful. So however you want to do it, if you want to keep it whole, you could actually cut it down and split that. You know how they be talking about Jesus when they say with the loaves of bread and with the fish. You dig what I'm saying? So with fruit, you know that you could take and bust down, split it with a whole room of people. You feel me? Because even with a pineapple, I can't split it with the whole room of people. Feel me? It's nothing else that I know of other than a watermelon. I could bust it open and make sure everybody eat from it. You feel me? So that's watermelon for me, is always abundance.
Yeah, and it's like pivotal.
And the seeds that's in it.
Yeah.
Each seed you have the chance of growing. You have the chance of growing way more and more. That's my daughter.
Okay.
Well, both of them in there that serve you. That's my daughters.
Family affair.
Yeah. They was out here when I was starting the business off. They used to be them little girls hitting flips and dancing on the end. So that's why a lot of people got mad love for what's going on, because they watched it be built up.
And are you from here?
Yeah,
Like, no, here.
New Orleans.
But the neighborhood.
No, not from this specific neighborhood, but my family is. I'm out the 9th ward, this is the 7th ward.
Okay.
So it's like we had some family right up the street, right around the corner, and then we got family right here in the first block. It was just one of them ones where it found me, I ain't find it. You feel me? Because once again, that's why I told the story of how I even come about with the watermelon. So by me being knowing, I have mad respect for all my elders. So I've always been cool with a bunch of elders. So when I come around here, I used to see this as a corridor of all my elders that I could just go sit by, shoot the shit, learn history, especially the bookstore with Mama Jen and Mama Vera.
That fruit. You know what I mean? Like, of all the things you could sell, of all the ways you would want to, like.
I used to sell all the other stuff in the beginning of my life, so I know that ain't work. But like we had, because like I said, I eat like that. That's literally how.
Over here
Yeah, that's literally how I eat. I don't eat no meat. Well, you know, the beginning of the history right here, but the bulk of it right there, what we walking away from. But it's definitely so I chose the watermelon when I had the cat on the side of the road, because once again, when I look at watermelon, I think abundant. You feel me? So and then I didn't want them selling. I used to sell supper plates too, but I'm big on health, so I didn't want the effects that what I was doing was causing. So I'm like, damn, I like the art of hustling and selling them stuff, but I don't want to sell them no anything. You feel me? And when I was selling chicken wings and all that, I felt like I was selling them something I don't even eat. So it was just weird to me, you know. And then I talk a lot of noise about like the lifestyles and religions of people who do sell the stuff that they don't even eat, they don't even do, because I just feel like it's a trap, you know. So I just got away from it, and the first chance I got to sell something different, I went for that. So I was selling after that. I know I had my artwork, but then when I said, when I bought the watermelon and it did what it did at that event, I'm like, damn, these people really like fruit. And it was in 2014. Like, no, it was 2013. I was like, man, these people really like fruit. And so I came, like I said, I kept adding one fruit at a time, but I didn't want to I stopped working for people in '07, so I was always looking for my niche.
So where'd that whisper come from, like watermelon?
I can't take credit for that. I'm gonna just say it was the creator. The creator lined it up. It's just when I hear the voice, I move on it. You feel me? I'm one of them people. Some people hear the voice and laugh, or some people hear the voice and don't move. I'm one of the people, I can hear a voice, but I'm gonna move on whatever their thought is, especially if it's wild and unreachable. How people feel is untouchable. I'm gonna go for it just to say I'm the one that did it. Or just say somebody did it. You feel me? Because if you do it first, then I'm gonna be like, damn. You know, and that's what I think we like about some of our greats that pull off the immaculate moves that they be pulling off. Like some people be pulling off these moves, and what we like about them is always be with the things that make them stick out. You feel me? The fact that they follow that inner voice, the voice that's that a lot of people love to ignore. You feel me? So I follow that voice. What's up, boss? I follow that voice always, you feel me? And since I was 12. So it always didn't lead me wrong. It led me to like shit that people never saw before. For what we call Bayou Road, to come get the history of Bayou Road.
And so how did you choose this spot when you was just
It chose me.
Cart, you know what I mean?
I would say it chose me. I just was a youngster coming around here selling fruit outside my. They just let me sell fruit. And I had a lot of other elders that like what I was doing. They'd pass, be like, man, don't you ever move. You know, one in particular was Mama D, rest in peace to her, you know. She used to live right up the street. But one thing she always said every time she passed me up was like, whatever you do, don't move, right? So when the police kept getting called on me, so basically like how I get from over here to over there. I used to
here?
Yeah, I used to be right here. And then over there where them 3 trees at. Yeah, right here right here on the corner by the sign. I used to get out here at 8 in the morning, open my table up and be right here on the curb. Right here, that's where I set up at every morning, 8 o'clock. And then what happened was other vendors started to ask them, can they set up? You feel me? And it was like, well, we know the brother. But after that got too overwhelming of other people asking to set up, they were just like, brother, if you don't mind, you could go across the street. Nobody owns this space over here, and it's actually like for the city, yada, yada. So I'm like, all right, in order to take the heat off them, everybody asking them to set up, I'm gonna go across the street. So I came right here where there's mud at, right here where we was just talking at. So now every day, 8 o'clock, I come right here. But the thing is, see why that mud there is because when it rains, water set there. And so it sit there and it might be days before it dry up. So how I started to look at that, if it rain and water right there, I just be like, that's my off day. I can't go to work today, my shop closed. That's how serious I was about it, bro. I'd be like, damn, I can't work today. Shop closed. So I had to come over here, I set my table up whenever it's dry. Then one day I look over there, the sun beaming, but I'm ignoring it. But it's like, I see people stop under that little metal thing, right? And they'll be like, Going in there, I saw a couple Muslims stop going there with their rug, they praying. Then I saw some brothers there going there, smoke, chill, talk. And I saw it just was always a spot where people will randomly go in and chill and reason with each other. So, like I said, I'm right here on the corner. I'm right here on this corner, and I'm wondering, damn, it's raining. I get tired of leaving. How could I keep selling fruit? So, one day I packed my shit up because it was full of right here in the apartments in the back. So my medicine guy, my herb, where I used to get my herb from, I go back there at the end of my shift and grab some. So I hollered at him and I asked him, I'm like, what's the story of that metal hut down there? All right, boy, you have a good one. I'm like, what's the story of that metal hut? And he'd be like, what metal hut? I'm like, that one right there. He'd be like, well, that's the temple. We call that the temple. And the only nobody really own it, just, people go in there. He was like, yeah, look, he said, they have a white guy that built it. He said he's still alive. He live around the corner. He said, I can introduce you to him if you want me to. And I'm like, hell yeah. I'm like, if that's possible, yeah, I'd love to. So what happened was the very next day, after that, pouring down rain and still. Right? So it was pouring down rain and still. Right? All right. Pouring down rain and still, so I come out here. What up, boss? Bless up, God. How you been?
Good, man. Always good.
Yeah.
Good to see you, man.
Likewise.
Yeah.
I see you on one of them sets of wheels. I know it's either the board or the bike.
Yeah, I've been. What's up, brother?
How you doing?
James.
James.
Okay, then.
Okay, look at that.
All right.
That is mint. James meet James. James meet James.
Right. Nah, I be biking. I don't really skate no more. I'm getting
Nah?
older. I can't be falling like that.
That's it.
I'm a musician. I gotta keep everything.
Yeah, what you do? I ain't
I'm a
know.
guitar player.
I ain't know that,
singer,
man.
songwriter, all that stuff.
That shit dope.
So, yeah, man. Do you still be having the open mics and stuff?
Yeah, I'm about to kick them back off. We had stopped for a little while.
Speaking of watermelon, where you get your watermelons from?
Oh man, there's a couple brothers right now that, I always like to get them from the side of the road, but right now we got a brother on Nice and his father. They actually uptown off Carrollton. So they've been doing watermelons for years. I'm talking about since like the 90s. So they've been doing watermelon.
So I need to pull up on them.
Oh yeah, and I got a brother who just left. You just missed him. He out here every Saturday with the yellows and the reds. Show Fresh Farms. Show Fresh, yep. So I could always get that delivered to you. Yeah, man, it's just like I was when I was in the street. I knew all the cats with the work. Nah, I'm the fruit man. I know all the cats with the fruit. Whether you want it from the up or the down, you want it from the table or the ground, however you want it.
What was the turning point to leave the streets?
Oh, bruh, fruit.
No, but like, what was the catalyst? What made you be like, I needed to shake?
Oh, I have all daughters.
And it was just
I got
like,
5 daughters now, bro. That one made my 5th one. So I had 3 of them early on. By the time I was 23, I had 3 children with custody of 2 of them. That's the 2 you see in there working. And I had them since they was 10 months and 3 years old, raising them by myself. So it's like, how I was like, shit, nothing that I was doing didn't work. And then plus, like I said, I was still doing little shit here and there, but once fruit into my life the way it did, I'm like, damn, I never made the first day I was selling the watermelon, it scared me. I was still hiding my money. I'm making money off of, but I never made that much money. So I felt in my head, I felt like I was doing something wrong by having all this much money that fast, right? And so I'm telling, yeah, but I'm just telling you the crossover because you asked me the crossover moment, right? So there was the actual crossover moment. It was during Jazz Fest time. So the way how it was, I had all watermelon on the table. I'm busting it up, bro. And the way these hundreds coming, it was like weird. I never saw money come, so all I had was a watermelon. Then one dude walked up, it was a half a watermelon. He said, how much for that whole half? I said, bro, I'm just making bowls. I ain't selling my whole half a watermelon. He said, I'll give you $20. I said, you want it in a bag?
Hey.
You want it in a bag? You want a bowl on it? I'll give you cheese. He bought the half a watermelon for $20. So I'm like, something up with this. So now, and then plus that, I'm giving people rides. I had a van. I'm giving them rides, charging $8 a head, bringing them right here to Canal Street. And I get 10 people and that's $80 just to bring them that. And I got a table pumping with the fruit on it. So I made so much legal money that day. Like I said, I'm opening up my armrest, sliding money in. Now I'm hiding it because I'm like, damn, I didn't expect to do that. You feel me? So I made $300 in 30 minutes. It scared me. Scared the fuck out of me, right? Like I'm like, shit, the more I buy watermelons, the more I'm selling. I said, I will never touch another drug. Never. The police kick in my door, they ain't gonna take my fruit or my money. They kicked in my door before they take the work and the money. So the risk used to outweigh the outcome. So now my outcome outweigh my risk, so I take the risk. You feel me? Because my outcome, 90% of the time I'm gonna walk away. And then I got, like I said, I started with a watermelon, so I got it to the point where I'm like, a cat can walk up and take all my fruit and leave me one watermelon. And I'm gonna sell that and have all my fruit the next morning. I could get it all right back off one watermelon, because one watermelon is what started this whole business. One watermelon. You feel me? One watermelon started this whole dream, bro. One watermelon, one table, one damn plan, one knife is what started this whole thing. And that's why I started showing up at 8 in the morning. I'm like, I'm gonna be faithful, coming here 8 in the morning, every morning. And I ain't worked for nobody since '07, so that was evening. I'm there 8 in the morning, every morning. 8 in the morning, every morning, until, like I said, how the process of how I ended up there. And then I told you, I hollered at the herb man. The herb man was like, the white guy built it, live around the corner. So these 3 trees right here was little sprouts then. And I used to look down here, man. I'm standing on the corner one day, the sun was beaming right there. I felt like it was calling me, right? It was beaming so hard right there. It was like, right there in front of the tree. It was like, ah. It made like you know, like a vortex on the ground, bro. And I'm like, damn, I'm way at the corner trying to choose if I'm gonna set up, because it's rain puddle right here. And I'm looking down and all I see is the sun just, and I'm like, damn, bro, I'm going down.
With the rain puddle.
With the rain puddle, because I normally leave.
That was always your day off.
Always my day off. But I don't like days off.
He said, boom.
Come your ass right here. So I walked down here and I moved my table one at a time. I right there in the sun spot. So while I'm in that sun spot, I'm gonna say I was there for 2 days. Now I'm showing up 8 o'clock and I'm there. 2 days. All of a sudden they had this old man walking up the street, bro, on some crutches, right? It's like whatever you call them things that be on your, I think it's like crutches, arm crutches. So old man walking down the street. And then I looked, it was like, the closer he got, I'm like, damn, this is an old elder, but you know, like a white elder, right? So he just stopped one day. He was like, I love what you do, right? And I'm like, damn, that's what's up, I appreciate it. He said, nah, man, really, like, man, what you doing, it make a lot of sense in the community, in the neighborhood. I love what you do. I'm like, I appreciate it. So he was like, why don't you ever go into there? I'm like, I say, honestly, it's a temple, and I see it for what I see it for, and I don't know, I don't understand what's going on. He said, man, I'm the guy that built it. I built it for reasons like this. Right? So he was like, he said, man, I built it for reasons like what you do. And bam, 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 right? Look, hold up before you wind out there, right? Because I'm glad that one story leads to the next. And so he saw me standing right here, and like I told you, it's beamed up. So I ran out, took pictures with the man, shook his hand. Me and my children taking pictures with him, right? So that lead us to, like, after he gave me the green light to go in, I called my business partner up. He said, man, yeah. So he showed up. And he's scrubbing all the inside, because the art on the inside was already there, but you would never know because it was all covered in like smut and old dirt. So we got in there, hand washed it, got a ladder, get up there, scrubbed it. So now we made the art pop again. People thought we painted it, because now all of a sudden you come under that, it's art, but the outside was still all silver. You know, it used to be all silver on the outside of that hut. So one day I get a call from somebody that was like, so, because I went under there after the man told me it was green light, so now I'm selling fruit out there. And then one day I get a call, and it was a partner of mine was like, man, it's a big ass picture of you on Bayou Road. I'm like, man, stop playing. He said, man, it's a big ass mural of you painted on Bayou Road. I'm like, man, you playing. So I get a call from one of my partners. He was like, man, you saw your gift yet? He said, I went out there in the middle of the night and did a gift for y'all. I love what y'all do, right? So that's why I told you, wait before you show the front of it. You feel me? So dude drew a big ass mural of me on the front with fruit in my hand. You feel me? And one of the first guys I ever trained up, he drew him. So that's why a lot of people don't pay attention, but that's a Froot Orleans t-shirt on the guy. Like, it's been, nah, that's the guy I trained up, that's me. You see the locks on the chin? You got the locks on the chin. You know, he got me holding the fruit up in the corner. So he came out here and did that in the middle of the night. And that became a whole tourist attraction because now everybody stop and they take pictures by the mirror. So yeah, man, we was under here for a while selling fruit.
Wow.
Selling fruit for a minute.
How long?
Oh, for about 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 6 years. I was down here. I had eventually made it to the point where I bought 2 huts and put right here. That's why there's dirt missing. And like I stacked up for some years and was able to afford these huts that had windows and walls because one of the complaints was we always had flies around our fruit. We always do it in the elements when it's hot outside. And, you know, people who not into nature, they always find ways to complain. So it's like he don't have running water, so I don't want to buy fruit from him. And like just all the crazy stuff. So they kept going, calling the city department on us, city department to come. Then you had some gentrifiers in the neighborhood called the police on me a few times for my fruit stand. Yeah, so I had the police come on, like 37 sets of police that pulled over here over that time. Yeah, SWAT team pulled up twice, all because they say they got to call someone was illegally selling produce on the park. So they kept telling me it was a park. So I took it, went in my pocket and put some swings in the other end. Because I could never bring my daughters to the park no more. So I started to bring the park to them. So we put some swings built in the ground. One day we come out here, somebody had to snatch them out the ground. Like on some hateful shit, trashed them. My huts that was down here, they had 2 dump trucks out here, 15 police cars, balled it up. Brand new huts, I'm telling you. And I'm like, it's like forts. It was like windows with walls on them because I got this just to show the community this is what we elevated to. Now y'all could come inside of these huts. You feel me? And then people's like, man, it's beautiful. I put gardens outside of them just so we don't look like a nuisance. But what they kept doing was coming and saying that we created, we had abstract something in the, basically like we had debris in the middle of a city, something. But even though they knew it was like perfectly put. But now they came through all my shit away, all my tables, all my coolers, everything that was inside the tent, trash thrown away. I had a van right here that I used to put my tables inside of. Took my van, put it in the tow yard. I couldn't get it out the tow yard. They told me that the city had a hold on it. So I bought another van and I bought more tables and I got back to coming back out here every day. And it was like, damn, this dude is serious. And I'm like, yeah, because like I sell fruit. Like this is what I do. You feel me? All that other stuff is for like emotionally unstable. So they was trying their best to get under my skin by taking my stuff and by calling the cops. It was like weird. So I just kept coming. And I saw the impact, like the school around the corner, I bring their students around. I teach them about fruit, the nutrients, but also about entrepreneurship and how they could use fruit as a product to make it to where they gotta go because there's 2 things happening. You're basically like persuading people to have a healthier lifestyle, but also they're giving you money so that you could go longer. You feel me? So having that going, it's like we was making a bigger impact in the younger community because now since of us, it's younger people that want to be fruit men and fruit women out here. Before me, it was all elders. You know, like we made it to where younger people our age wanted to sell fruit and be known for it. You feel me? Like.
And so tell me about that. Like, you talk about the elders.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are you seeing as far as the impact in the younger generations? Like, what kind of growth are you seeing with this fruit mindset?
I see that the way that we built it out, it impacted and inspired a lot of people, especially a lot of people my age. Like when you walked up, we was having this kind of conversation, you know, about being an impact. And also the ticket people willing to pay for, you know, because he was having a conversation like, man, people wouldn't pay this amount to come see me, but they'll pay this amount to go see this other person. I'm like, you gotta understand they paying for value. What's your face value? What's your face card value? Like, and that's why it makes sense to do the work on yourself because when you do the work, that's what people pay for. The fact that you going city to city with this watermelon couch, you're actually putting in work by doing this. Because when it become a big thing, now people who actually watch you go around who wasn't so supportive watch it become that thing of what you envision it's gonna be. And now it's not that thing no more. It's not that little thing. It's a huge thing. And now you got cats going around with a pineapple couch. He got cats going around with a blueberry couch. But it all started from that watermelon couch. And trust me when I tell you, like, and that's when you know you made an impact. So off of me seeing more people my age come on Instagram, I started scrolling on Instagram one day and I saw a fruit bowl and I'm like, I didn't make that bowl. And then I read the caption and be like, yeah, you know, this week I'm gonna be selling fruit bowls down in the quarters by the second line. So now I started to see that it was more and more younger selling fruit because I was everywhere with it. I had 52 stands before COVID hit, you know, 52 of them that I started, ran, operated, Yeah, before the COVID stuff came, where you got to have on a mask and you got to have a glass on every. I shut them all down because they was trying to shut me down. So I just started putting more brick and mortar out here and started. And that's the story of how this went from the police pulling up on me over 6 years. That's all everybody knew. Everybody knew, like, man, the police keep messing with the fruit guy, keep trying to shut him down. Then one day, something happened to where it's like I got to, before that, they had this random white guy pulled up while me and my children was out here in our tent set up. And he pulled over there. My children used to be out down there dancing, like I told you, dancing and hitting flips. So the random white guy pulled up in a pickup truck. So he pulled up, stopped, hopped out. He was taking pictures of the trees, where he said trees. I thought it was my daughter, so I went up and made him show me the pictures. It was actually the trees, right? So he was running for about an hour, 2 hours about this area, and he was asking me things. So I was telling him about, you know, the gentrification that I was going through, and the people who used to have this building prior to me, they used to call the police on me every day. You feel me? They used to call the police on my fruit stand every day. Every day they'll walk, where the windows at used to be garage doors. So they'll walk out the garage every day and they'll look at me setting my tent up and shake his head and call the cops on me. So cops will come. So you know, Paul, you know, I know it strikes something, but that's why I'm like, you know, I'm gonna tell you a journey of how I got there, right? So I'm out here every day, and then a guy pulled up. He showed me the thing, asked me about the area. We talking for about 2 hours. So that was that, right? Fast forward, next set of police roll up on me. I'm like, I'm like, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and start moving around the city. So I started going around the city. I got a stand open out on Xavier College campus. I got a stand open on Dillard campus. I just started opening stands on school campuses, and I hire the school students to run them.
Was
So,
that hard to do?
nah, it was easy for me. It's fruit. You know, anything with fruit for
You
me.
get, like, permission and stuff?
Nah, I just go through the auxiliary department. All you gotta do is show me who I need to talk to. And when you show me who I need to talk to, I guarantee you they never had this before, so why would they say no? Sure. You feel me? So I went in there and I talked to them, and I'm like, it's a win-win, because now you're balancing off the health and wellness with the kids. You're balancing off the health and wellness with the kids. And man, I remember I ain't know who that was in that damn Rolls Royce. I ain't never used to wave at it. One day he stopped over there. So you don't know me no more? I'm like, bro, I don't nobody know you through that dark ass tent. I don't know who the hell is this. But yeah, man. So it was easy. It's easier for me to do it because it's never been done in the route that I'm going with. Some people see fruit. I saw a business a long time ago. They saw a fruit sale. I saw a business because I ran across an elder told me anything you think is a business is a business. That stuck with me still to this day. It's like brand new every time I hear myself say, anything you think is a business is a business. And when he said that to me, everything that I did, I made sure it was a business. I bought 2 vans, but I turned them to a transportation van. It was nothing to go get an LLC. A DBA. It was nothing to do that. Like, you know, most of the things is because we don't go out and go do it. That's why we get shortcomings. So most of the things that I hear about, if I hear something, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it, and I'm gonna see what I can turn it to.
You said COVID was the change for you.
Yeah, the way my schedule was, bro, it was like I be from out here from like 8 to 2, then I leave here and go to a community meeting. From like, and then the elders knew I had fruit in that cooler, so they'll tell everybody before the meeting over, yeah, they'd be like, man, make sure y'all stop and get a bowl of fruit from the young guy and his daughter's on the way out. So I have that, then I'll leave there and go to your nightclub. So I'm at a nightclub from like 10 to 2. Then I leave there and go on Frenchman from 2 to 4 a.m. You feel me? Then I wake up and do it all over again. So that's what I do every day. So my quarter was like $1,000. If I can make $1,000 before I go inside, I was good.
You make $1,000 off of fruit a day.
Yeah, because I'm in different spots. I'm everywhere where the people at. So I might make 300 here, and I'm gonna leave here and go make 75 there, and I'm gonna leave there and go make 150 at a meeting, then I leave there and go make 300 again at a club at nighttime, then I leave there and go to the last spot where you can't find no food at.
What's the, man, I know humbly you'll just simplify it, you know what I mean? Like, I just hustle, but what's the real mentality to be able to just pick up and be and maneuver and pivot so quick, you know what I mean?
Knowing what you want, understanding your do's and your don'ts. Like, some people don't have it figured out what their limits is. Like, what would you do? What would you do to get where you want to go? You feel me? Like, what's your limits? Like, are you willing to go through somebody else's red tape, or are you willing to create the red tape? You know, so I'm big at creating. And I never really agree with everybody's way of doing things, but I don't argue with it. What I do is be like, you know what, that don't fit me. What I'm gonna do is build a world, and I'm gonna build that world based off all the pieces I've gathered. Like how you just turn what you say it ain't a documentary. It's literally like a research, and I'm gathering pieces. My whole life is that's literally the principle of my life. Yep, like I heard you tell the brother well, I'm about farmers, such and such, black activists, and I'm like, all that fits me. You feel me? Like that's literally how I get where I'm at, because you come get fruit and culture from my spot. You don't just come here and get fruit, and that's why Froot Orleans stick out, because we have fruit and culture.
Man. Yo, appreciate you, family.
Oh, anytime, bro. I appreciate you.
Yeah, we
Can't
out
wait to
here.
sit on that watermelon couch.
I'll be back, man. We ended up kicking it the whole day,
That's
so
it,
we didn't
man.
even get into the watermelon or nothing, but I'm here for a few days, so I'm back with it.
Oh, yeah, we definitely.
Yeah.